Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I'm Anuja Kumar with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister reviews progress of key infrastructure projects. Connectivity and housing sectors report significant achievements. Home Minister Rajnath Singh assures that government will give full opportunity to people left out of the NRC in Assam. No coercive action will be taken against anyone. India seeks extradition of fugitive jeweller Nirav Modi from the UK. Supreme Court asks Attorney General to frame guidelines for live streaming of court proceedings. England to resume its second innings at 9-4-1 on the third day of the opening cricket test against India at Edgbaston, Birmingham. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviewed progress of key infrastructure sectors. These include roads, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana or PMGSY, rural and urban housing, railways, airports and ports. The review meeting, which lasted for nearly 2 hours, was attended by top officials from infrastructure-related ministries, Niti Aayog and Prime Minister's Office. Chief Executive Officer of Niti Aayog, Amitabh Kant, informed the meeting that the pace of road construction has picked up significantly. The Prime Minister was informed about the progress made in digitization of the transport sector. Over 22% of toll revenue now comes from the electronic toll collection. The Prime Minister called for faster progress in electronic toll collection. Under the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, rural roads have now connected 88% of all eligible habitations. Over 44,000 villages have been connected in the period from 2014 to 2018 as compared to about 35,000 in the preceding 4-year period. In the railway sector, there has been significant addition in capacity and rolling stock. Additions in new lines, doubling and gauge conversion between 2014 and 2018 was to the extent of 9,528 kilometers. In the aviation sector, passenger traffic has grown by over 62% in the 4-year period between 2014 and 2018. Under the UDAN scheme, 27 airports are now operational in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. In the port sector, traffic volume in major ports increased by 17% in the period between 2014 and 2018. In the rural housing sector, the Prime Minister was informed that over 1 crore houses have been constructed in the last 4 years as compared to about 25 lakh houses 4-year period of before 2014. This has boosted employment in the housing sector and related construction industries. In urban housing, emphasis is being laid on new construction technologies. 54 lakh houses have been sanctioned under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban since the inception of the scheme. President Ramnath Kovind has said civil services officers have played a significant role in the development of the country and the growth of the economy. Mr. Kovind was addressing the civil service officers attending the 120th induction training program who called on him at Rashtrapati Bhavan. The President said the civil service officers have to focus their energies to serve those among the fellow citizens who are economically weak, socially disadvantaged and politically under-empowered. Home Minister Rajnath Singh today assured the Rajya Sabha that full opportunity will be given to the people left out of the National Register of Citizens, NRC, in Assam. Replying to a brief debate on the issue, he said the NRC updation is being carried out with complete fairness and transparency without any discrimination, and the entire process is being monitored by the Supreme Court.
भारत सरकार तथा असम राज्य सरकार इसके लिए पूरी तरह से प्रतिबद्ध है कि टाइम बाउंड मैनर में सभी जेन्युइन इंडियन सिटीजन्स के नाम एनआरसी में शामिल कर लिए जाएं और यह पूरी प्रक्रिया पूरी तरह से फेयर है और साथ ही साथ ऑब्जेक्टिव है। कोई भेदभाव न हुआ है और मैं आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं न आगे कोई भेदभाव होगा।
The Home Minister also assured that no coercive action will be taken against anyone in any situation. He clarified that every person whose name did not figure in the final NRC will get an opportunity to approach the Foreigners Tribunal.
कि फाइनल एनआरसी के पहले सभी को लीगल प्रोविजंस के अनुसार क्लेम्स एंड ऑब्जेक्शंस यह भी फाइल करने का पूरा अवसर मिलेगा। इसके अलावा फाइनल एनआरसी के पश्चात भी सभी संबंधित व्यक्तियों को फॉरेनर्स ट्रिब्यूनल के पास भी जाने का पूरा अवसर रहेगा।
He, however, condemned attempts by a few to create an atmosphere of fear based on rumors. Stating that it is a matter of national security, the Home Minister said no attempts should be made to create communal disharmony. Later, seeking clarifications, leader of opposition Ghulam Nabi Azad suggested that the party and the government should speak in one voice for ensuring clarity in the NRC process. He also called for strengthening the updation measures. Home Minister Rajnath Singh said in Lok Sabha today that the TMC delegation was detained at Silchar in Assam to maintain law and order. Replying to the issue raised by TMC MP Kalyan Banerjee during 0 hour in the Lok Sabha, the Home Minister said prohibitory orders were in place and the delegation was received with utmost respect and protocol.
बहुत ही फोल्डेड हैंड से वहाँ के डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफिसर्स, डिस्ट्रिक्ट डिप्टी कमिश्नर और जितने भी पुलिस ऑफिसर्स थे बराबर ये रिक्वेस्ट करते रहे। धारा 144 लगी है और जो भी सूचनाएं प्राप्त हुई हैं उस आधार पर आपका बाहर जाना उचित नहीं होगा और वहाँ पर उनको डिटेन किया एयरपोर्ट के ऊपर और जो कुछ भी उनके साथ पूरे एक जनप्रतिनिधि के साथ जैसा व्यवहार करना चाहिए, जैसा सम्मान देना चाहिए, सारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के लोगों ने वैसा ही व्यवहार किया।
The Home Minister said the state government received intelligence inputs and media reports that if the delegation visits the places, the law and order can deteriorate. Earlier, raising the issue, Kalyan Banerjee alleged that the TMC delegation, which went to Assam to assess the situation, were manhandled by Assam police. Bijaya Chakravarti of BJP said NRC work is going on smoothly in 37 districts of the state and TMC wanted to vitiate the atmosphere. Gaurav Gogoi of Congress said people of Assam are showing peace and patience and the politics of hatred should stop. Lok Sabha was adjourned briefly for 15 minutes in the pre-lunch session. As soon as the House met for the day, Trinamool Congress members sought to move a privilege motion against Assam Home Secretary for detaining TMC MPs at Silchar Airport yesterday. Speaker Sumitra Mahajan did not allow the MPs to move the privilege motion. TMC members trooped into the well of the House shouting slogans. The Speaker adjourned the House for 15 minutes. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. The Minister of External Affairs, Mrs. Sushma Swaraj, met the Foreign Minister of Kazakhstan, Kairat Abdurakhmanov, today. The two leaders had a comprehensive discussion on deepening cooperation in trade, investment, defense, security, energy, ICT, pharma, capacity building and culture. Briefing media, Mrs. Swaraj said India seeks to consolidate and further strengthen its friendly relations with Kazakhstan.
भारत कजाकिस्तान के साथ अपने मैत्रीपूर्ण संबंधों को और अधिक सुदृढ़ करना चाहता है। आज भारत विश्व की सबसे तीव्र गति से विकसित होने वाली अर्थव्यवस्थाओं में से एक है। ये मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और इनोवेशन का वैश्विक केंद्र है।
Mrs. Swaraj also informed that she discussed India's interest to partner with Kazakhstan to explore markets for new products to inject fresh impetus to the trade between the two countries. Mrs. Sushma Swaraj arrived in Kazakhstan's capital Astana yesterday on the first leg of her three-nation trip to Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan. The three-nation trip is part of India's efforts to boost strategic partnership with the resource-rich Central Asian nations. India has sent an extradition request regarding fugitive jeweller Nirav Modi to the UK. In a written reply in the Rajya Sabha, Minister of State for External Affairs General V.K. Singh said the request has been sent by a special diplomatic bag to the High Commission of India, London, for onward transmission to the UK authorities. He said the ministry has also revoked the passport of Nirav Modi and this information was conveyed to the Central Bureau of Investigation for onward transmission to the Interpol. The minister said 2 red corner notices have been subsequently issued against Nirav Modi by the Interpol. National Highways Authority of India NHAI today signed an MOU with the State Bank of India for a long-term unsecured loan to the tune of 25,000 crore rupees. This is SBI's highest long-term unsecured loan to any entity and also the largest ever loan sanctioned to NHAI. The total sanctioned amount is to be disbursed by 31st of March 2019. Road, Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari was present during the signing ceremony at an event in New Delhi. Mr. Gadkari said road construction will be 40 kilometers per day from next year. Mr. Gadkari said India is the fastest growing economy and infrastructure has been given the topmost priority. The minister said good road infrastructure can help reduce the number of accidents in the country. The Supreme Court today asked the Attorney General to frame holistic guidelines on video recording and live streaming of court proceedings for its perusal and approval. A bench headed by Chief Justice of India Deepak Mishra asked the parties to provide their suggestions to Attorney General K.K. Venugopal. The parties have filed the PIL seeking video recording of proceedings in important constitutional matters. The centre had said that video recording and live streaming of judicial proceedings can be undertaken on a trial basis in constitutional matters being heard by the Chief Justice of India's court. The bench has now fixed the matter for hearing on the 17th of this month. The centre today has informed the Supreme Court that it is withdrawing its notification proposing to create a social media hub. A bench headed by Chief Justice Deepak Mishra considered the submission of Attorney General K.K. Venugopal that the impugned notification is being withdrawn. Attorney General told the bench, comprising Justices A.M. Khanwilkar and D.Y. Chandrachud, that the social media policy would be reviewed completely by the government. The bench was hearing a petition filed by Trinamool Congress MLA Mahua Moitra, alleging that the centre's social media hub policy was to be used as a tool to monitor social media activities of the citizens and had sought quashing of the same. On the 13th July hearing, the Supreme Court today took a strong note of the Information and Broadcasting Ministry's decision to set up a social media hub for monitoring online data. Earlier this year, Broadcast Engineering Consultants India Limited, a public sector undertaking under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, had floated a tender to supply a software for the project. Soil Health Card Scheme was launched in February 2015. Under the scheme, the soil samples are tested in various soil testing labs. The result and suggestions are displayed in the cards. Here is a ground report from Vijayawada on the scheme.
Under this scheme, a soil card is given to farmers which carry crop-wise recommendations of nutrients and fertilizers required for the individual farms. Katta Ramakrishna, a successful Rayat and ICR awardee from Prakasham district, opines that the soil health cards are helping the Rayat a lot.
Rayats should think of soil tests. The government is giving a lot of support to the Rayats and also supplying soil health cards to farmers. Rayats should not use all sorts of fertilizers as their overuse would spoil soil health. The soil health cards carry crop-wise recommendations of nutrients and fertilizers required for individual farms.
E. Nirmala Kumari, Assistant Director in Soil Health Testing Center, Prakasham District says, due to the continuous support and advice, Rayats are getting benefited and they themselves are coming forward with samples at the Soil Test Center.
Soil Health Management Scheme getting good response. Farmers are voluntarily bringing the soil samples to the laboratory for analysis. Steps were taken to complete the entire analysis and distribution of soil health cards to the farmers on or before 2018.
The system envisages building up a single national database on soil health for future use in research and planning. With the report of G. Kondala Rao from Vijayawada, Vasundhara, AIR News.
England will resume its second innings at 9 for 1 on the third day of the opening cricket test against India at Edgbaston, Birmingham. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister reviews progress of key infrastructure projects. Connectivity and housing sectors report significant achievements. Home Minister Rajnath Singh assures that government will give full opportunity to people left out of the NRC in Assam. No coercive action will be taken against anyone. India seeks extradition of fugitive jeweller Nirav Modi from the UK. Supreme Court asks Attorney General to frame guidelines for live streaming of court proceedings. And with that, we end the midday news.